But there is one thing that you will notice the moment that we do this, because, well, firstly, it's back to school. But secondly, you'll notice something has changed the moment that we get into school. And it's not just here. Wait for it. Those two students are incredibly stupid. But yeah, new semester, new school theme. And I actually really like this one. This one's called Changing Seasons. Especially this part. And here we come to one of the questions that I actually didn't need to research because I already knew this one. Absolute Zero is obviously not it. And weirdly enough, there are some French lyrics in this song. But yeah, this is superconductivity. Absolute Zero is the temperature at which everything freezes, including oxygen. Yeah, we learned about superconductors in our high school science classes, so I remember that. Well, that's an entry for weirdest pickup lines ever. No. Okay, then. Well, we don't need to give correct answers anymore, but I just want to show them. So, the French lyrics in this song... Oh, and we're going to lose it anyway because it's going to go into the lunchtime thing. To give us an indication of who's available on this day. And it's Kenji, who I don't think we're going to see. It might have to wait. In fact, all the social links today are going to wait. Because there's actually a lot of things that we can do here. Namely, there are 2 Elizabeth requests we can take care of. There's one totally optional thing. There's today's social link. And there is... And we can see Tanaka tonight. And there is also a plot event today. So, yeah. Well, yeah, I kind of agree with him. I don't like really, really hot weather. And you're still saying exactly the same thing, even though it's been a whole summer vacation since we last saw you. So yeah, back to school time, which means a lot of social links are now available to us again. Reminds me of a line from Ace Attorney Investigations 2 that the localizer did a pretty clever job on. Oh look, it's Yandere-chan again. Well, as much as Gary Stu would have liked to have got pictures, we unfortunately didn't. But if we say we do have pictures... Yeah, let's run now. Run! Those two are actually saying nothing different. So, one of the things that we can do today is that we can go to the nurse's office. Remember how we was talking about supplementary lectures? I had to kind of practice this and research it to make sure, but... So here's the thing. The supplementary lectures do not use up time, which is amazing. However, they don't give any academics boost at all. These are purely just for random extra flavor text about tarot cards. But I thought, since they don't use up time, and this is going to be a long day anyway, I might as well go into the lesson. It's a little bit deceptive too, which you'll see once we get in. Well, I mean, we consult manifestations of them regularly, but I don't think that's the same thing. So, he says it will take some time. This seems to be warning you that it'll consume the afternoon. It actually won't. This doesn't use up time, so let's go ahead and hear it. Again, this doesn't give any gameplay benefit, it's purely for extra flavor, but I might as well show it. There are 3 of these, apparently. This is the first of them. Yeah, so obviously we're limiting ourselves to the 22 Major Arcana. But the other cards have the experience cards in them. Okay, so the client shuffles the cards. Well, that's kind of interesting. I actually don't know what that's based off. I might have to look that up. I like that he had to specifically specify the case of losing a hand. Yeah, it's kind of like how, in a lot of card game tournaments, your opponent performs the cut if you ask them to, because, yeah, just to cut down on potential cheating. 3 piles. And, yes, the direction of the cards are important. So I've been talking about the cards means, and again, yes, the direction is important because if they're reversed, they have usually a much more negative meaning. We've fought reverse Tarot Arcana, so we kind of are an expert on this. So, essentially, it's just kind of improvising based on what comes up. So in some ways, it's kind of a form of improvised psychology sessions as well. Yeah, well, I've already researched that information plenty much on my own time. So, yeah, that was pretty long. I just wanted to make sure to show that because, again, this is going to be a long day anyway. Doesn't use up time, doesn't give any bonus, but it's an extra thing that's in the game. It vaguely relates to the game's themes, so I thought I might as well show it. I've been looking all over the school, but I can't seem to find the stalking couple anymore. Don't know if they're in the city now or not, or if they actually might be outside. I lost track of them for a pretty large part of the game. Are you one of them? Okay, no, you're probably not. Are you one of them? No, you're talking about the Revenge Request website. So, what we're actually going to do today is, and we're going to lose this music, I guess I'll talk more about this song another time. We're going to be going to Polonium Mall and heading into the Velvet Room, because yes, now it's time that we're finally able to do the 3rd of the Elizabeth dates, which are amazing, so I'm definitely looking forward to this. But first, I'm just going to check out the police station quickly. I do have enough for the swimsuits now, I just realized. But at this point in the game, there's actually better equipment. So if you buy armor here, yeah, we can buy yeah, so I'm long overdue for an armor upgrade on Aegis, so I'm going to go ahead and buy this. And that's a bit stronger than her Sky Sundress, but I might want to get that at some point as well, because that's one of the few alternate costumes she has. So now I'm going to get that. These are very expensive, and these we can just find in Tartarus, so it's probably fine to not get those just yet. These, I might get these later in the game. Huh, so you're selling a dog suit for Koromaru that's worse than what he started with. Okay, that makes sense. And we already have most of those. You know what? Now might be a good time to unload some of these. Like this. This is completely worthless. You know, I suppose I could get rid of these. Gonna keep Juzumaru just for the nostalgia. Also gonna keep those. Night Falcon's kind of cool, but we have way too many of these. Including duplicates of the exact same skill. And then these bows, again, a complete duplicate. I can sell that. Plus 4 magic's pretty great, though. Don't need that at all. That is still quite useful, but I don't need any of these anymore. For some reason I get tons of these, too. Now we have one extra one of those. Don't really need that. And a lot of these fangs, too. We got that Evan Elizabeth request. I'm not going to sell that just yet. And that's all I'll be selling for now. Also, the accessory shop does not have anything new available, I checked. And so, if we go in here, we not only have the Elizabeth date request, but we also have another request relating to Elizabeth in more ways than one that we can actually do today as well. So yeah, that's available because we've accepted the thing, but what I'm gonna try first is, I'm gonna go into request. Do I have any open requests available? I think this actually might be the most efficient way to do this. So, got that accepted. The deadline is very soon. We pretty much need to do this now. But, oh, I've already taken that. Yeah, you know what? Speaking of efficiency, I should have done that first. I forgot that I'd already taken that request. So, the drink that shares Elizabeth's name. This is one of the more obscure requests in the game. It requires you to go to a location that you don't get to enter unless you've accepted this request and have a maxed out stat. It's somewhere that does absolutely nothing except complete this request, so definitely one of the more obscure ones. This one is at Port Island Station, and we have to go into that area where the wrong crowd like to hang out. Of course, this is where a certain someone hangs out based on our psychic ability to see what other characters are doing in plot events. So we've helped that cat, that's fine. There's a couple of people here who say some interesting things. So yeah, they're talking about them. So yeah, they're talking about how those guys don't fit in even with the wrong crowd. That is messed up. So what we need to do here is go to this shot bar, K Sarah Sarah, which you need maxed out courage to enter. Also, you're only able to enter if you've accepted this request. And yeah, obviously we're not supposed to be in here, but... So yeah, if you do have max courage... Oh yeah, of course, there's totally no alcohol in this at all. Doesn't really matter what you say here. Well, let's just hope that wasn't secretly the good stuff. We get Queen Elizabeth, and that is the only purpose of this place. From now on, it will always just say it's dark down there and never let you do anything with it. This place actually has a similar purpose as well. That's required for another request that, once again, is only... yeah, the place is only useful for fulfilling one request, and that's it. But now that we have that, we can head back to Elizabeth. back to the Velvet Room and to turn this one in. And then we'll do the one that we've been waiting for. So if we go to check requests, we've completed one. Yeah, in some ways. Yeah, I mean, it's probably a good thing that it's non-alcoholic, because I really dread to think what would happen if Elizabeth drank alcohol. But that actually got us a pretty decent weapon. And for now, I do not... Yes, that didn't unlock any new requests. I think it's a prerequisite to doing some other requests later, but for now it's not going to unlock anything new. So currently we have this which we can't do, this which we can't do, that which we can, and that which we also can't do. So after we do this date request, we're completely done with her request for now. So that's pretty good progress. So let's waste no further time. Let's go. Amazingness is about to happen. Though this isn't my personal favourite out of all of them, but it's still pretty good. Still love that these are all fully voiced.
This facility is very similar to a temple. It is a shrine. Now that I'm actually here, I sense mysterious presences. But they are markedly different than shadows.
Oh, she's happy already. And look, it's the Shisa.
Well then, I shall first observe the local traditions and worship at the shrine.
Wait a minute. I know that purse! I know that purse! She's doing it again. You know, I think we should just leave her. This place could use a donation anyway. Seeing as we're not actually donating it to it in this playthrough.
I have finally finished presenting my offering.
So, this is a good time to bring up that, I've already mentioned this, but in the vanilla version of Persona 3, you would always donate to the shrine every day because that would raise your academics. You can still do that in FES, but it takes up time, so we don't do that at all anymore.
Though I usually do not reside in this world, I wonder if I too may receive divine grace.
You know, I forget if that's the skill that improves your healing or the one that makes you dodge attacks more easily. I know one of them is Angelic Grace, the other one is Divine Grace. I think.
I wonder, this system of monetary offerings is very similar to that of the wishing fountain.
Yes, and the result was very similar as well, though this time there weren't 3 of them.
There are many places in your world for supplicants to request good fortune.
I guess you could say that.
You live in a wondrous place. Could those paper strips tied there be...
Yeah, let's just follow.
As I thought, they're paper fortunes. I've heard of this game, where people entrust their destiny to a slip of paper and exult in the risk.
Once again, Elizabeth has amazing descriptions for mundane things.
I see. There are many possible destinies written on them. Well then, I'd like to experiment with this for myself. Please wait here while I work on obtaining all of them.
I don't think fortune result is something that you're supposed to collect, but okay then. There actually is a result that will make you sick, so I hope that has no effect on her.
Excuse me. I've been curious ever since we arrived. But what are those things over there?
Ah, that. Okay then.
If memory serves, these are a slide and a jungle gem.
Now, too bad Maiko's not here. She'd probably get a kick out of this.
The inner self is exposed to any true god. Their magnanimity of spirit excuses all.
Okay then.
And that being the case...
That being the case, she plays on the slide.
Intriguing. One must first claw one's way to the top before relaxing in luxury. This playground equipment teaches a profound lesson on the true way of the world.
I guess you could interpret it that way. Let's try something else.
That was a lot of fun. I'd definitely like for you to continue the lessons and teach me to play with the other equipment.
Gary Stu, do not take that as an innuendo, please.
Our next goal, I think, should be the proper use of this jungle gym over here.
Well, this is gonna... I thought so.
I can't get out.
This one represents being imprisoned by unnecessary feelings and desires.
Oh, this is so hard to balance on.
While this balance beam represents the determination one must have to pull through life's uncertainties and I've got nothing.
Today was even more enjoyable than our other excursions out.
Although a bit less profitable for the people here, you only gave away 1 million yen rather than 3 million.
To be honest, I've wondered lately, is this world enjoyable to me simply because of the novelty of the stimuli it presents?
Uh-oh, I know where this is going.
It could also be that well, perhaps I may, in truth, be enjoying our time together because we are together. In any event, I believe I'll open negotiations with my master to bring a horizontal bar into our room.
I'm not really sure what's going to be done with that, but
I'd like to accompany you again sometime, if you wouldn't mind.
considering the bizarre method of fusion that happens in the 5th game, I could see them doing something very weird involving fusion with that thing. Two personas do some kind of a flipping horizontal bar routine and then jump into the air and merge together! That would actually be kind of cool. And hilarious. So, of course, we have to go back into check requests to actually turn this one in. Make sure to do this and not leave because the deadline is very soon. Maybe. So yes, we have a new unique fusion item. This one gives us Thoth. So we have the Book of Ancients. And with that, have I registered... Oh yeah, I haven't registered the Queen Mab that I improved with the punching bag. Anyway, with that, I believe we have... Yes, we've done every request that we can do at this point. Nothing left for us, so... Let's go back, and now it's time to do a social link. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said this was the longest day ever. And it's only going to get longer. Though, if I remember correctly, the social link that we do today is actually a pretty short one. Speaking of social links, that guy on the bench, we will get to him eventually. In fact, we'll get to him fairly soon, but not just yet. Back to school, and back to the new music. Guess we've had quite a bit of an opportunity to hear this today. Today we're going to be seeing Bebe, which is why I have a Temperance persona on me, and this is, I believe, the only time we'll be needing one of these for quite some time. So I could quite easily fuse away Seiryu after I've done with this, and it's probably quicker to just go to the home economics room directly. Oh, it's right here. So, let's go. And that cap still looks like the gold and silver protagonist to me. Probably the millionth time I've said that. Okay. Sounds like a good idea. That's all, huh? Oh yeah, like I said, a pretty short social link scene. But this is rank 7 of the Temperance Arcana. We are getting there. But for now, we're actually going to put it on hold for a little while. Even though there are some pretty good personas we can get out of Temperance now. Well, yeah, good thing that he's got something driving him now. And yeah, like I said, this day is far from over because we can do something in the evening, but before even that, we have this. I said we are... Oh, there we go. We have this.
Oh, you're back. Perfect timing. Hey, Fuka, is Igus ready?
Gary Sue is now very interested in whatever's going to happen.
Ready for what?
She said she wanted to go to school, so I said something to Mitsuru-senpai as a joke.
And naturally, she couldn't take a joke and did
But
this.
the chairman overheard and thought it was a good idea, so as of tomorrow, she'll be a junior.
Yeah, scratch that, make that the chairman.
Seriously? He's down with that?
He said something about studying her behavior in a social environment.
This could go very, very, very wrong, though.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's a great idea.
Well, of course you'd think that.
Just look at how cute she is in that uniform.
Gary Stu agrees.
The camouflage Fuka-san has provided me with seems to be the appropriate size.
I love how she refers to it as camouflage. And those things on the sides of her head are still fairly conspicuous.
It looks very natural on you. No one will suspect a thing.
Anti-shadow robot, nobody suspects a thing.
But why does he want you to go to school? It's not like there's anything special about it.
With the commencement of the second semester, I intend to synchronize my schedule with the other members.
That does make a lot of sense.
If I were to remain here on standby, it could delay our deployment.
That too.
Therefore, I request to accompany our squad leader.
Although, are you sure it's not just because of that?
Delay our deployment? Won't you going to school create more problems?
Yeah, we better make sure people don't bump into her in the hallway or anything like that.
I will make any necessary adjustments as problems.
Come up with some kind of cover story about her having a lot of prosthetics or something.
He said, I want to go to school too. Sorry, Koro-chan. You have to stay here.
Aww. There's no, like, bring your pet day or anything like that. Sadly, no. Koromaru's gonna have to stay here. But yes, now Igus has well and truly entered stealth mode. Hopefully. Well, because he's a dog? And yeah, this might actually be a reference to something as well. Well, let's just hope this doesn't go badly. Well, they better be careful because, one, there's Gary Stu here, who's already got his sights on her anyway, and two, she has a lot of weaponry. Hopefully, people won't find that too suspicious. I mean, we wear our winter wear in Tartarus all the time. Well, yeah, that kind of thing. Always sparks massive wars and the like. Yeah, whatever he does is usually gonna go badly. Especially if puns are involved. Oh yeah, I just wonder what all of the puns he made on suggesting that idea. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and save here because we did a lot today, and then tonight it's gonna be Tanaka time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Tanaka time. So, anytime's a good time for Tanaka time, as long as it's Tuesdays and Saturdays. And as long as you don't mind putting up with pretentious rich people. But, yeah, not really that much else to do on a Tuesday, so may as well. Believe we're actually pretty high with this at this point. It also means we have a pretty high devil link in reserve in case we need any good devil personas. Huh. Well, that's something that you probably wouldn't hear people saying to you every day. Really? That's a pretty great line. Huh. Well, that's an interesting way of, interesting reason to be thankful to someone for, but it does make a lot of sense. Well, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't really say that you don't deserve all that stuff, but does seem like Tanaka might be slightly making an effort to change, maybe? Hopefully this starts some kind of realization. That is rank 8 after all. Yeah, maybe that'll teach you to not scam people. They'll grow up to be prosecutors and yell objection at you. Oh, and that's kind of ironic that we get this now. After he admitted they don't sell real products, but I guess it's a case of similar to the guns in Persona 5's dungeons in the fact that they work because your mind thinks they work. And I get the feeling we're going to get... Okay, not tired, okay.